Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss about how to install and configure the identity and access management service for OpenStack. In previous videos, we have discussed the OpenStack components and these different services provided by them. In this video, we shall focus on installing and configuring the required packages for the IAM service for OpenStack. In this regard, the first step is to configure the software sources for the OpenStack that we need to install. We have discussed that we will be using ntlog distribution of OpenStack for the on Ubuntu operating system. So first of all, I shall add the repository for the ntlog software sources. So the command for this was is very simple. I will use the add apt repository, and the repository name is cloud archive, and then is the ntlog. So this command can be used to add the repository. I will just add it and just confirm it to add this repository to the sources list. Now, the next step is that we need to update the repositories because we have added a new repository into the source list, and that's fine. Similarly, we also uh, we also check if there is any upgrade available. So we just do upgrade also the system. So there is no upgrade currently available. So now the for the identity and access management service, we will use the Keystone package, and it has certain requirements. The first requirement is that there should be a database, and we will use the MySQL database. Actually, we will use the MariaDB server, which is just a fork of MySQL. And then we shall install the other components like the RabbitMQ, MCached, and some libraries required for the connectivity to the OpenStack. Let's install the database. I think it should be already installed, but let's just confirm it. All MariaDB, MariaDB server. So I think this package is already installed. After making sure that the database server is installed, we will change its configurations. For this purpose, I have SCP client, which it already connects to the basically to our server. So in this one, I will go to the MySQL, basically the directory, and in this one there is MariaDB config.d. In this directory, there is one file called 50-server.cnf. I will just edit it. Okay, so I have opened this configuration in the configuration file in basically the text editor. So the first thing is that we need to change is the basically the binding address. I mean the server on which this is running. For this purpose, we can check. We can search the bind address parameter, and if you see that this is already specified here, 192.168.18.18. Next to this one is the basically we want to make sure the maximum connections. For the maximum connections, we see this should be greater than 100. I mean by default there is 100 connections supported, but we will if it is 100, then we'll change it to the more than that. But really, it should be the 1000 is enough, or you can also set the 500. So that's all. We'll just close the configuration file. So after configuring the database server, we will now install the RabbitMQ. RabbitMQ is used for messaging purpose between the different components and the services of the OpenStack. We have discussed it in our one of the previous video. We have covered the different components required for the OpenStack. So let's install the RabbitMQ package. So for this one, apt, this we can set it to Y and install rabbit MQ. And this will just fetch RabbitMQ is sorry, the RabbitMQ server is the package name. So we'll just install it. It will download the package and install it. Once it is configured, once it is installed, then we need to do some changes in the RabbitMQ also. In the RabbitMQ service, we'll just change the IP address where it is running. So for this purpose, no, okay, this is installed. I will go back to my SAP client and find the RabbitMQ, basically the package where it has been installed. So it should be the RP RabbitMQ, and its configuration is here. I will just configure it. And if I go there, I will move it to the new instance. So we'll have here. Here we just need to change the node IP address, which is currently 127.1.0.1, but we'll change it to the actual IP address of the our server. So by this one, I will just change the file and close it. And it's asking some prompt. Yes, just reload the service. Okay. So after this one, we need to basically also install the MCached. So MCached package is required. We'll follow the same process. Install MCached. Okay, so we'll just download the package, and that's done. We are done. After installing the memcached, we need to install the a library which is used to connect the MySQL server. This is the Python 3 PyMySQL. So I'll just also install it. That's why, and install Python 3 and PyMySQL. So we'll just install it. It will download and install. Once this is done, then we need to also install the proxy server, web server, which is the proxy server basically. So the same process I will do this here. Nginx we will be using. So we'll just download and install this package also. Once this is done, then we need to also add the stream module for the Nginx. So I shall follow the same process. For this purpose, sorry, apt y install lib Nginx, and I think the mod and stream. I will just it will just download. This was already installed. So once this is these were the packages basically that we required before the identity and access management package for the OpenStack works, and that's just the Keystone package basically. So before now proceeding before to the next process, we need to add a user for the RabbitMQ in the RabbitMQ configuration. For this purpose, there is a command used for Rabbit controller that is provided by the RabbitMQ controller, and simply the Rabbit. We can just add the Rabbit MQCTL add user, and let's consider that we can add any user for like admin, but let's add the with the name OpenStack, and password we can set the demo password, demo password, demo pass. That's the things. Well, I just added this one. So now I need to also, because we have added the new users, we need to also add the permissions to this. We have to get set some permissions for this user, and for this purpose, we'll use the same package that provides the basically the options to add the users and set permissions. Our username was OpenStack, and the permission is basically the we'll set the all permissions basically to this one. So just let me do this one. You can just add the all permissions. Okay. Sorry. So we have add the permissions. Okay, set permissions. I think there has to be set permissions. So it is set permissions in what is and a regular expression is invalid. Okay, so I think what we are doing is something we need to let me just clear it, and we'll get the command back, or we need to specify to the all basically something has to be there, because these are the regular expressions, so we just need to specify all these things. So these are the permissions that we have set. After that uh, um, you remember that we have also installed the memcached server, and the memcached server configuration also needs to be changed. It should be bound to the same IP address that that is assigned to our server. So if you go in the etc root folder, the memcached configuration file will be there. I will Okay, it's here. So we'll just edit this configuration. Okay, so it's just opened. If you see here, there is a switch named one hyphen L. So we need to change this IP address to 168.18.18, and then we will close this file. Okay, once this file is transferred, I think it's successful. Yes, let me just shut it down. So it has been done. Okay. Once this is done, so we need to restart our old services. So after installing the required packages, we now need to configure the database. We will create a Keystone database, which will hold the information of the identity and access management. So let's just do this one, MySQL, and I will create a database named Keystone database. Sorry, Keystone. So after creating the database, I will assign the privileges to the objects of the Keystone database. For this purpose, we will use the grant all command, privileges privileges on Keystone dot anything to Keystone. This is the username, and on the local host. Okay, and identified by our demo class. Okay, demo class. So that's fine. This has been done, and we'll do this for all hosts, all the hosts. So let's do wildcard here, and this is done. I will then flash the privileges, privileges, and exit the basically the database. Okay. So next to this one, we need to basically, before proceeding to install the Keystone package, we need to install the WSG module for Apache, and the Open Authentication client for the Python. So basically, we can use the apt command, which is the apt y install the lib Apache 2 mod is the WSGI, WSGI, and PY3. This is for the Python 3, and then Python 3 and for AUTH WES2 client. So these are the two packages that we need to install. The Lake Apache mod for WSGI and Python 3 for authentication client. This is already installed. So I will proceed with the installation of our Keystone package and the OpenStack client. So for this one, we'll run the command open install Keystone and Python 3 and OpenStack client. Okay. So that should be working. Okay. It will download the packages and quickly install it. Once this is done, we need to modify the configuration of the of basically the Keystone. For this purpose, let's just wait for the completion of this one. So once it is done, then we'll go to the configure change the configurations. Okay, so if we go there now, basically, let me open the other. I will connect to the my FTP server and then just go to the particular files that we need to change. It should be located in the etc directory. I will just drag it on. So here from here, I will go to the Keystone package. Let's just Keystone. Here, there is a file named Keystone Configuration. We have just backed up this configuration, and I will open it here. And two things we need to change here. One is there is a lot of information basically here present here that can be configured as it is required. For first of all, in the default section, there is a log directory. We can always see the log of the Keystone and the messages. So next to this is basically we need to change the MCached servers. We'll find it here. If the line 443, or we have the MCached servers, it should point to our server's IP address. And then after this one, we need to specify the database connection. For the database connection, they will use the MySQL plus Python MySQL library, and with the Keystone user and the demo password and our host and the Keystone database. After this one, once this is done, so we are done with the configuration of the Keystone. We need to initialize the basically the Fernet keys. So we have discussed about the Fernet keys in our OpenStack discussion. I will just initialize here the Fernet keys with the Keystone managed utility. So the process will be here, Keystone manage, and the Fernet setup, and we need to specify the Keystone user and Keystone group. Our Keystone user is the Keystone because we are using the Keystone user, and our Keystone group is Keystone group is the group name is the Keystone. So both are the same. So I will just enter this command, and it will be successful. Now we need to also initialize the credentials information. For this purpose, we'll use the same utility and credentials setup, and we'll provide the username and the group. User is the Keystone and Keystone. Sorry, Keystone group is the Keystone. So it should be completed. It should be done successfully, and that's all from the initialization point of view. So after modifying the configuration of the Keystone package, we will bootstrap the Keystone service. For this purpose, we will use the Keystone manage utility with the bootstrap command. and specify the URLs for internal admin and public endpoints. So let's do this one. Keystone manage and Bootstrap. Bootstrap is the command, and we specify the Bootstrap password, which is our demo pass. And then we'll specify the admin URL, Bootstrap admin URL, and it will be HTTPS, our server address, ctl.olivik.com, and port 5000 and v3 version. And then so just let's copy paste, because all the URLs will be the same basically for the internal and public endpoints. So then let's copy paste this same one for internal also, internal URL, and I will just copy paste it here, and then the same for Bootstrap public URL, and we'll just copy paste the this URL, and then we need to specify the Bootstrap region ID. I will just specify my region. My region is the ID. So let's execute this command, Bootstrap, and let's see it is working. So that's fine. It has been completed. After bootstrapping the Keystone service, we need to modify the Apache website settings. So for this purpose, we need to add the server name in the Apache configuration. So I will just open up the Apache configuration, and we specify the server name as the server name we have already specified. It is here, server name ctl.olivik.com. So I'll just exit from here, and now we need to specify the SSL keys in the sites available for the Keystone package, for the Keystone site. For this purpose, I will just open the sites available in the Apache folder, sites available, and the Keystone configuration. Okay, so we need to make sure that this is listening on port 5000, and virtual host is also on the 5000 is configured. Now we need to specify the enable the SSL engine, and also specify the location of the certificate files. So SSL engine, I will just turn it on, and the cipher order we have to also turn on. SSL, honor cipher order, and we will just turn it on. And then we need to specify the path for the SSL certificate file, which is basically our the etc SSL dot source, and then cdl dot crd. You remember, this is the certificate that we generated in our last video, and I have just specified the its location. Then SSL certificate key file, it is in this same location. So I will just copy here this source and ctl dot key. So these are the things that we need to specify. SSL certificate file, SSL certificate key file. So just I think we have here some typo. I will just specify line, file, and that's all. I will just save the this configuration. Once configuration is done, we will enable the SSL module, so which is the SSL. This is already enabled. That's all. Okay, so now we have configured the SSL certificate also. Now we'll just restart the Apache service, and our identity and access management service is ready. So let's just restart the Apache server. Restart Apache, and it should be fine. Now let's check this status also, so we can make sure that the things are running properly. Status. So that's fine. That's the configuration of the identity and access management service for OpenStack. So we have configured the identity and access management for OpenStack. I mean the Keystone package. We'll show that how can we create a service. So OpenStack project create, and domain is default, and description. We can specify any description, and description is the demo project, demo service project, and let me set the demo service. I will just add this project, and it has been created. Now we can also see uh, the list of the projects. I mean, which are already configured there. So for this one, OpenStack, stack projects list. So we have the demo service and S service and the admin. These are the things. We can also check the OpenStack user list. We can also check the OpenStack group list. So all the functions that that we can perform is available here. So that's the from the from the server itself. We can also check on the remote machine that we can access this service. So I will just go to my browser here, and the command, the URL that was we can use to access the service is basically the ctl.olivic.com. We can see that it's getting the response. So we have got the response. Okay. This means now the APIs are enabled. Version 3 APIs enabled. We can use it with the Python, or we can use with any other script for the any kind of development works. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video tutorial. If you have any questions, or you want me to focus any other specific topic related to the identity management, please leave the comments and let me know. You can also reach my email address. I have mentioned my email address in the video, and it is also in the description. Thank you very much.